Har du fået den hos dig?
Yes.
Perfekt. Og så tænker jeg bare, at jeg kører spørgsmålene fra en ende, og så siger du til, hvis
Yes.
der er et eller andet mærkeligt. Godt.
Yeah.
All right. First of all, would you please introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Morten Emborg. I'm CEO of Technical Education Copenhagen, which is a large vocational and secondary school in Denmark.
Thank you very much. And the first question is, why is the green transition considered essential within the vocational sector?
I think it's very important to acknowledge that the vocational sector will be primary in making the green transition in the Danish society. All the workers that should carry out all the works to new heating systems and so on and so forth are working within the vocational sector. So it's very important that the sector is on top of green transition and sustainability.
Thank you. The next question, what do you consider to be the most important focal points when it comes to creating a sustainable future within the Danish vocational sector?
I think knowledge is very important. It's very important for the sector to know which way the industry will develop in order to secure future competences for all the workers within the different industries. For instance, if you are talking about electrical cars, it's obvious that all the new mechanics has to know a little bit about electrical cars, and it's very important to secure knowledge about the development within this industry, and that goes for every industry which works within green transition.
Thank you again. And the next question, what are the main initiatives supporting the green transition in the vocational sector in Denmark at a national level? The most main initiatives.
Det tror jeg ikke, jeg forstod det spørgsmål.
Jeg ved ikke, om jeg lige skal tage dansk, men altså, hvad er de hovedsagelige ting, vi gør i Danmark for at styrke bæredygtigheden i erhvervssektoren på et nationalt level?
Men problemet er, at vi gør ikke ret meget lige nu.
Nej, okay. Må du også godt sige, hvis det er, eller sådan måske også snakke om, hvad der måske er det næste, du regner med, der kommer, eller hvad der begynder at være fokus på, eller hvad der bør være fokus på. Det er også helt fint, for det er jo netop, hele projektet handler jo om, hvordan vi går fra at vide de her ting til at udføre tingene, hvis det giver mening.
Ja.
Så hvis du har noget, hvor du tænker, at det her, det bør man fokusere mere på, eller der har været lidt snak i krogene, men det er ikke rigtig gået igennem endnu, så er det også helt fint at snakke lidt om dem. Jeg ved ikke, om du har nogle tanker til?
Jo, prøv. Skal jeg fortsætte så?
Jeg kan godt lige læse det en gang til. What are the main initiatives supporting the green transition in the vocational sector in Denmark at a national level?
I think the most important initiative is that the sectors will try to formulate the need of future competences within the different industries. As a college, we will react, or we must react on the initiatives from the social partners in Denmark, and we need that the social partners in Denmark actually try to formulate what they see as future competences within the different industries.
Thank you. The next question, do you have any ideas of initiatives which are strengthening sustainability within the field of transportation? And also if you have some examples or cases, would be appreciated.
I think one of the largest challenges within transportation is transportation in urban areas. We have a lot of large cities all around the world, and it's very important that we can solve the issues of transportations within the cities. And I think electrical vehicles is one of the most important initiatives that we have seen so far. It's very difficult to have electrical transportation for goods and stuff, but it's very important that the industry tries to improve these conditions much more. So I think that's some of the main issues, the main challenges within transportation.
Just as a bonus question, if you feel comfortable answering, but do you consider it, what can you call it, possible within the near future to switch into electrical transportation instead of gas transportation, or do you think it's very, very far in the future?
I think it's very important that the industry tries to do this, either electrical or carbon, or what kind of energy they will use. We have to change from fossil fuels. We have to change from fossil fuels to other kind of energy within the transportation sector, or maybe drones. Maybe the technology can improve so much so that you can deliver a lot of goods via drones.
Interesting point. Thank you. All right, next question, focusing more on the vet schools. How do we prepare vet teaching staff and management for the green transition? What do we do to prepare them?
I think the most important part is to educate the teachers. They have to be on top of green transitions. They have to be a part of the development within the different industries. They have to visit companies. They have to learn about new technologies. They have to learn about new processes in order to translate this to educational activities. So I think that's very important. Competence development.
Indeed. And in addition to that, which role does the teaching staff play in creating a sustainable future within the vocational sector? What can our teachers do to create a green future?
I think they have to be some kind of role models. They have to live the green transition, live sustainability, in order to show to the students that it is the future. And I think we will experience a lot of the students actually will know more than the teachers do. They are more focused on sustainability and green transition. So I think the teaching staff has to really improve their educational skills within these two fields in order to be these role models.
Do you have any specific examples or cases in what Danish vocational schools do to, or what the teachers at the vocational schools do to prepare their students for the green transition? If not, that's fine too, but maybe you know of any examples or cases?
Not at the moment, exactly.
No, that's also a general thing, as you said.
Yeah.
And the students are very aware, I think, now of the need for it. Thank you. And now from a more strategic point of view, how do we go from just knowing about the Sustainable Development Goals, which you say is very important, and I agree, but how do we go from knowing about them to implementing them into the teaching framework strategically? You can think about it for a little while, no rush.
I do think that you have to make some very important decisions on how you will develop the different educations and the different the VET programs. And I think you have to formulate some kind of strategy for your own college in order to secure that you have focus on sustainability, some kind of 360 degrees view on the college. You have to look on the specific programs and how can you some kind of make that green transition within the programs. You have to look at your own college. How can you make your own college to be a green college? How can you at your college reduce energy? How can you be more sustainable? How can you reduce waste, reduce water consumption, and so on and so forth? And then I think thirdly, I think it's very important that you also some kind of uses your position as an educational center in order to look out to the industries and be curious about how will the technology develop, how will the different processes that you work within, how will they develop, and take them into the college, use them in the education, and also try to reach out to other parts of the industry and try to learn how they can, try to tell them how they can be a part of green transition. I think that's some kind of hard strategic decisions that you have to make in order to fulfill that goal.
In addition to that, you think now you're talking about each college having to create a framework. Do you think it would also be beneficial with national initiatives or guidelines, or do you think it's most beneficial to just focus on each college? Because of course there's a lot of different educations going on everywhere, so it might be difficult to unite.
I think being a part of the public sector, I think it's important that we also on a national level formulate some kind of goals. So each and every college and educational institution have some benchmark to their own strategies. I think that's the most important thing.
Thank you. And the next question, how do you view the strength of the dual system where you cooperate with the companies around the green transition in the VET sector? Also, if you have any examples of how TEC does this, welcome. But what
I think the dual part of the vocational education system in Denmark is very important. As I said earlier, it's the development will be within the companies in the different industries, and having a teaching situation where the student or the apprentice both have some time of the college and some time in the company actually secures that we have this what you say knowledge inflow into the colleges. We can, if we are clever, use the knowledge that the students obtain within the practical work and make some kind of transition into the different programs. So I think actually the dual system that we have in Denmark is very important, and it's very strong that we have this kind of system within when we're talking about the green transition and working within sustainability. You will get the best of the two worlds. You will get the practice and the future technologies in one part of the education, and you also will have the background and learn about why is green transition and sustainability that's so important for both the individual, the companies, and the society as one.
Thank you very much. And the last question, actually, and this is a difficult one, but what do you consider to be the greatest challenges when it comes to furthering the green transition within the vocational sector? Also at the national perspective.
I think time and money, and the lack of competences. It's very hard for us to find teachers that have the needed competences within green transition and sustainability. And the front runners within the different industries and sectors, we cannot afford to pay the salary that they probably will ask for when it comes to that. So there's a risk of being set a little bit behind in the competence area. So we will need a very major investment in competence development within both new technologies, new processes, new ways of working, and I think that's the main issue. That's the main risk for not being able to fulfill the national goals in the education sector. So so competence development, I will say, will be the largest challenge, or the biggest challenge.
And in addition to that, if you don't mind me asking, but do you experience it as if the knowledge becomes outdated too quick too? Because because change is happening fast.
Yeah, and we don't know which technology will be the leading technology. For instance, will it be electrical cars or hydrogen cars, or what kind of cars will be the major technology? It's like the videotapes. We had the Betamax and the VHS and the VHS1, but now we don't know which technology will be the strongest and the most sustainable. So we have to ride on different horses. If you understand what I mean, and then we must focus the competence development on different technologies. So I think it's the major challenge within the sector. That's competence development of the teachers.
And if I understand you correctly, you're also talking about a consistent competence development. Not a one-time course, but it's something you have to do throughout the whole career.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Well, actually, that was all my questions. I don't know if you have any comments.
No, not for the time. That's okay.
Så starter jeg lige min video, så du kan se, at jeg stadig er her.
Yes,
så tænker jeg også, at vi har fået nogle rigtig fine pointer, og nogle gode uddrag, vi lige kan bruge. Jeg tænker selvfølgelig, at jeg lige sender det din vej, før jeg begynder at offentliggøre noget alle mulige steder.
Det er fint.
Men du føler, du kan stå bag alt det, du har sagt.
Yes.
Så det er jo så fint. Men igen, hvis du ikke har andet, så vil jeg bare sige igen, tusind tak for lige at sætte.
Tak i lige måde, Karen. En god sommer, ikke?
Ja, i lige måde. Du går snart på ferie, ikke?
Jo, tak. Hej.
Ja, perfekt. Hej.
Hej.